going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money. Who controls?
Be back. This is the $1 trillion question. Can you fight City Hall? That's what scares. Can you fight City Hall? If Yellen and Powell decide that this is not kosher, not going to be something we accept, can they stop it, or is it already too big and too powerful and too
hey, Joe, you can
decentralized?
You can absolutely fight City Hall. Remember, every mayor and every taxi cab commissioner in America tried to stop Uber, but 50 million Americans wanted it, and now we have it. It's going to be the same thing with crypto.
You point out that because Bitcoin, what was it, 2008, 2009, something like that, it's been around, every transaction's on that blockchain. And because of that, that's why you think it has the most value, the first one to get to $1 trillion.
Bitcoin was the first token to show you that finance could be done on a networked basis as opposed to at the bank. There are a lot of other cryptocurrencies that have done other things with that concept, but Bitcoin was the first, and it got early adoption. So when people say, gosh, it's not good for anything but speculation, I would just argue the reason that there was something like $61 billion worth of Bitcoin transacted yesterday is because that network has been adopted by people who used to go to the bank or the dealer to transact.
Brian,
I think that's a very smart comment that the chairman made. And, it's funny, any of your viewers who've read Jeff John Roberts' great book, Kings of Crypto, will love the chapter that talks about how people came to realize that the original promise of Bitcoin as a payment mechanism probably is never going to work because the network is slow. But what its value really is using a network algorithm to create scarcity. And that's why it really is turning out to be more like gold. That's why it's performing inversely to the dollar, and that's why it's rising as inflation expectations rise, right, as it's a hedge against all that. So I think what the chairman said is dead on in that respect. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we're going to get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. As we can see, Bitcoin and cryptos are definitely moving up. But we know that we have CME, so we know that we're going to be taking a bigger dip. Make sure you are focused on the actual indicators. The volume, Tether, and USDC. We saw Tether drop down to that 99.9, and we had liftoff. Same thing with USDC. So guys, make sure you are paying attention to the actual fundamentals. But we definitely have more pain in store. We normally dip until the first hit those gaps, and then we know that on the 5th, they need Bitcoin as collateral. We normally stop taking a big dip on the 1st, and then we gradually move up, and then on the 5th, that's when we normally get that big move up. But just like I stated, guys, make sure you are staying focused on the actual indicators. Now we have the Fed facilities closing on the 31st, but we know the Fed has $50 billion per day. That's $1.5 trillion per month to actually manipulate the actual yield. So guys, we had a volatile week in the crypto space and stocks, and it's going to be the same way next week. Remember, the crypto teacher advised you. Now, guys, we're going to get into the actual videos of Brian Brooks, which made no sense whatsoever. But when you're on CNBC, you can get away with that. Now, Brian Brooks stated that Bitcoin is not based on speculation. It's actually based on use cases, and people can use the actual crypto instead of the banks. Where did he get this from? Now, I have another interview where he clearly says that Bitcoin can't be used for payments. So why is it this price again? It's speculation. The Fed opening the casino. And we know Brian Brooks is part of the New World Order. Steve Mnuchin, One West Bank, George Soros funded. So the only thing you have to go back, remember I told you this is Revenge of the Nerds. And he was asked, can you fight City Hall? Which he meant to say was, can you fight the Fed? And the answer is no, as long as they're printing the money. We know these private cryptocurrencies don't stand a chance. We know the Fed, the banks select the winners and losers. We've seen this in tech already. I'm an old man. Only thing you have to do is go back to the actual tech boom, and you see how the banks consolidated. And now we have a few tech companies that own everything. Media corporations are the same thing. The illusion of choice. Same thing with your food makers. Now, guys, we have Microsoft Ion is now live on Bitcoin's mainnet. And we know this is a second layer solution, the digital ID. Remember, I just went over the digital ID, guys. Biometric, this is where it is headed. Now we have Optimism, a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. That project is delayed until July. Remember the backing of Andreessen. Remember, Andreessen is definitely my guy. We also have Theta's mainnet 3.0 launch is delayed until June. Now we have Circle to roll out payment solution for NFT marketplace. And Circle is what? That's right, Goldman Sachs. Now we have EOS loses largest DeFi project to Binance Smart Chain. And remember, EOS blockchain is top ranked by China every single year. But we do know when it comes to Binance, it's definitely not decentralized. But we're going to see a lot of projects move over to the Binance Smart Chain. Now we have Binance as former FATF officers to the regulatory strategy team. And the key to both of these officers, guys, is that they used to work for the IMF. Now we have Argo blockchain to launch clean energy Bitcoin mining pool. And guys, you know, since the beginning, I advise you that Bitcoin mining is going to be working off clean energy, renewable energy. If you can look down the road 3 to 5 years from now and understand what's going to happen in the fourth industrial revolution, you're definitely going to be a wealthy person. Not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But when you look at these cryptos, and then also when you look at stocks, if they can make it in the fourth industrial revolution, they're definitely going to be successful. Now we have Kevin O'Leary says the China coin, made in China label should be on Bitcoin, which are keeping some of the funds away. We know that China controls majority of the hash rate. So we know the New World Order has a big plan. But what we have to do is sit back and watch. We know the central banks took over Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin Lightning is going to be that protocol for micropayment. Also, this article states that China Digital Yuan is going to be a backup to Alipay and WeChat Pay. Is that correct? No, it is not. We know that China's digital yuan is going to be the global reserve currency. And remember, the crypto teacher advised you. And lastly, we have China and Japan go full steam ahead with CBDC pilots. And we know the Asian connection, the rise of China and the fall of Babylon. Please go check out my videos for Japan Society 5.0. And this was done in San Francisco, guys. They said right out their mouth. It was all planned in the United States. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the new Road book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel. Do not forget about the stock channel, guys. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, you got that home stocks. The C word, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.